Morning, guys. You know what time it is. It's time for tactics. So it's the morning of Sunday, October 26, 2025. I played a good one yesterday against an 1832 from Lithuania. Wanted to go through it with you because it's really instructive in a couple different ways. So a lot of times in chess, when you have your queen or your opponent has their queen and you don't have your queen, a lot of times, like subconsciously, you think you're at a disadvantage. But a lot of times, like if you have three pieces, it's much better than a queen, and you can harass that queen to gain tempos and to kind of force your own agenda. So let's just get into it. My opponent made the move queen to c4, which is a mistake because it allows me to gain tempo and attack his queen at the same time, mobilizing my forces to improve their position. So I go bishop to d5, attacking the queen. And so now he falls back to queen c2, and I'm able to win the pawn on e3. Bishop takes e3 check. And he makes another mistake here, but he goes, and we'll go through what he should have done in a couple different lines so you can kind of see the instruction and why each move matters, even if you have your queen and you only have three pieces. So he goes king g3, and then I take this pawn, which is his best counterplay in the position, on c5. So then I take this with check. It's a discovered check on his king on g3. Now his king should have fallen back to f1, but he went to g3. And from here, he makes the game-ending mistake and goes king to f4. So pause your videos here and calculate mate in 3. All right, so the first move in this mate in 3 sequence is rook to f3 check. And from here, he can only go to g5, in which case now you bring your dark square bishop to e7 check, and he can only go to h5, and you finish him off with bishop to f7 checkmate. So that's how the game ended up. Going back a few moves, what he should have done, instead of coming to f4, is he should have fallen back when I had this discovered check on him. He should have just fallen back to g2, and there's still more game to play. But even going before that, so we'll rewind a little bit more. He should have never moved queen to c4. That should have never been in his thought process, because what it allowed me to do was gain tempos on his queen, and then I was able to just push him around. What he should have done was go c takes b6, and then after I go bishop takes e3 check, he falls back to king f1. Bishop takes b6. And then he can get his queen into more active positions and start harassing my king. Queen to h2 check. Let's say I go here. He can bring his queen down to h5 with ideas of containing my king and pushing that past e-pawn. So that's what he should have done, but it goes to show like how important every move is in this late middle game, in-game scenario. But this would have given him much better chances. The computer actually showed with this position, I'm only up minus 0.7, like not even a point. But going back to kind of how things went, I was 5.5 point advantage. So if he had just done a few things differently and kind of expressed his strengths with taking my B6 pawn earlier, he would have been much better off, and then, you know, probably would not have gotten checkmated. But anyway, guys, really instructive late middle game, in game video, just showing the power of three pieces, past pawns, piece play, and just kind of like where each piece is moving and why. Gaining tempos, how to not let your opponent gain tempos, and push you around. So anyway, have a great day, guys. See you in the next video.